Copy that. Go over here. We're going to go to Twitter. We're going to set up a tweet. Post that. Okay. Musty. Invite. I think I'm figuring this out, but I'm still no. I still don't got it all down 100% yet.
Hey man, can you hear me? Nice, cool. Yeah, I got sick of using that Logitech thing, so I got this other mic hooked up. Is it loud and clear or? Yeah, nice. Got a microphone on my face, which isn't really the best of plans, but you know, yeah, I'd probably prefer that. I mean, I got this thing like set up here. I'll show you. It's like on a mic stand here and all, everything. So yeah, I was looking back through last night's or last time's stream, and nobody said anything, but it's still doing that glitchy weird thing from the Logitech camera. I don't know what it is, but it works with everything. But yeah, it works with everything, but it doesn't work with Google Hangouts. So I don't get it. It so Google Hangouts must just be junk or something. Yeah. So how you been doing, man? Wow, like flu kind of thing. Oh, bummer, man. Yeah, my son's got something right now, man. He was puking today. He's like 4 years old. So yeah, yeah. Well, I had to come home earlier from work to pick him up. So he was puking at school. Yeah. Which convention are you going to? The Durham one. I believe it's 50 tables right now. Like we'll go through there. Uh, I doubt that, man. Not even close. That's pretty decent, man. That's a pretty big show. I mean, for just a swap. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I mean, well, it's like the Waterloo one. I don't know what they do, but it's not like anything like that. I mean, those are conventions though, and that's over the course of many days. Waterloo is like a 4 hour, 5 hour shot, you know. So is it like just a straight up swap, or is it a car show? Eh? Weird. Are you into any of that other stuff, or are you just into the games part of it? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's huge for sure. Cool. Yeah, that's all right. That's cheap. Oh man. Yeah, that's true. I'm surprised people just don't have like totally focused on video game swap meets like around. I hear people say it's always like those big convention events. Like, why can't? Why can't people just organize a swap? That's what people want, man. They just want games. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it's gonna pay itself. Like, yeah, I think, man, as long as you promote it right, and a lot of promotion can generally be kind of free, really. Um, yeah, like that kind of thing, and like online media, Twitter, Facebook, that kind of thing can really do a lot of groundwork. And I mean, other than maybe getting someone to design something for you to put on Facebook, that's about it, right? Pay itself, like, yeah. I think, man, as long as you promote it right, it depends on where you're gonna have it. Like, it just depends on the venue, how much you would charge, kind of thing. Yeah, like the Durham one's at a Legion, which is like basically the budgetiest kind of place you could possibly rent a space in. Probably because, like, I mean, Legions generally speaking are like for like the vets or whatever, like the military folk and stuff like that. And like you go into them and they literally look like they're decked out from the 80s, like on the interiors. Yeah, it's like wood grain. Yeah, you got it, man. Exactly. Exactly. Wood grain, everything. And like counters are like made of like wood, and like everything's boarded up with like, you know, 2x4s and chipboard and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, you got to show me that, man, because I got a couple boxes that need them. I had a buddy of mine, Chris Beddick, who like I do the Waterloo swap with. Like he basically like gets the tables, and then we bundle tables, and then he always has like epic amount of amazing things at his table. So he usually has like two or three tables, and then like Creepleat and I'll just like split one, or like or we'll each get one, but it's always like through him kind of thing. And we did a trade. I can't remember what the heck it was for, but we did a trade, and he threw a bunch of styrofoams in for me, extra ones that he had. I don't know how he came across extra styrofoam, because it's like, how would you come across extra styrofoam? You'd get a box. Oh, okay. Wow. How many boxes do you have to fill? Yeah. 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 That makes sense, man. And just carving them out. Yeah. 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 That makes sense, man. Okay. So does it basically look like exactly the same? Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
I just got in. What are you doing?
No.
Okay. Oh. Oh, nice. Hmm. Right width. Hmm. Perfect. Pretty much perfect. Hmm. Nice. Yeah. People are probably gonna want you to put like some sort of indicator that it's not the original block, even though there's like no distinguishing feature. Yeah. 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 Mm. Yeah, it's pretty cool you're doing that. Sure, a lot of people are missing those. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Took a few minutes to get on because I was testing something I picked up.
Oh yeah. Or was that like a segue to show us what you got, or what?
Not intentionally, but I realized about halfway through I'm gonna have to show it now. But I'm just gonna show part of it because I'm not grabbing the whole damn thing.
Is this Hangout being broadcasted?
It is. It is.
Okay.
I was able to watch it before. I'll see if it's live. Yeah, it might have been a little delayed, but
Yeah, they're always delayed though.
yeah, like
I've checked it out while we're doing the Hangout and like gone to YouTube because I
yeah,
wanted to see YouTube comments, and it's always like a few seconds behind.
I can't hear anything though. Yeah. It might be sound. It's pretty jittery for me, but that might be my connection.
Sounds pretty clear to me.
No, I just meant the stream itself on YouTube.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway, did you see what I was showing?
I saw that the gamepad.
Yep, got a Wii U finally.
Oh wow, cool man.
That's why I said I'm not showing the whole thing. I'm just gonna show the gamepad.
It's a underappreciated system, I think.
Yeah, basically, once I had been eyeing this thing in the pawn shop for months, but I'm just like, I gotta wait to find out what the hell the NX is or the Switch now because I'm like, I want to know if it's backwards compatible because I'm not double dipping on this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as I found that out, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to go buy the thing. But then I was trying to figure out how to get it the cheapest with the games because the games are the expensive part.
Hmm.
And then Amazon, of course, puts my top 3 on sale. So I'm like, okay, order. Now I have to go buy the system.
There you go, man.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Watch them cancel all the games I ordered.
Yeah, it's a collection I want to bump up big time.
Yeah.
Like I've only got, let me see, I can count them right now. Like 9 games for my Wii U.
Yeah.
Just because I'm cheap and I don't want to spend like $35-$40 when they go on sale. I'm too cheap.
Yeah. Well,
I want to find them for like 10.
The ones I ordered were Mario 3D World, Zelda Wind Waker HD, and what was the third one? Tropical Freeze.
Nice.
And those were the Nintendo Selects editions. Those were already $30, and then it was $10 off each of them. So effectively, I got one of them for free.
Nice. Killer deal.
Okay, I can't pass that up. And then I have like, oh shit, I have to buy the system now.
Cool. What
and
else you get?
I picked up the NES remix with that because I needed something to test it with.
Oh, so have you played it yet?
Just one stage. I was doing that while this was literally starting up. That's what I was testing to make sure.
What were your first impressions of that one?
I killed 15 enemies as Invincible Mario. that's
okay.
My impression so far.
I don't know. I've never played it, so I have no idea, and I never really looked much into it.
It's a cool idea. It's just like remixed ideas on NES games. You know the concept of it, right?
Yeah. They like take them and they make them into a bunch of mini games, basically.
Yeah, a bunch of challenges, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like one, it's like is just kill 15 enemies as Invincible Mario in stage 1-1.
Yeah.
That's the first one you get, and that's the first one I did. I haven't tried anything else yet.
Did they actually include like the original games too on there?
I don't think so, which is unfortunate, but it's 2 games that were digitally released initially, I believe, and then this is the pack including both of them.
Oh, nice.
So that's a nice deal. Oh,
so that was one of the ones you got from Amazon?
Was
that something else you got, or is that from Amazon? The Amazon deal you were talking about?
That one hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, okay.
But, I've got a bunch of other stuff because I went thrifting literally the day after the Hangout last week.
Oh, nice.
So, well, I'll show other Amazon and random purchases. I'll get the non-gaming stuff out of the way. You want to present me? Just make it easier. Okay, so start off with the simplest.
For my live stream.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had a low ball set on it. I only set it for $100 because I didn't know how things were gonna go. And I reached that goal, and then I got an extra 15 on top of that today because, Retro Pixel put me to with 100, and then Long Shot, which is Nathan, a friend of mine. I don't know if you guys know him. You guys know Long Shot?
No.
No. Okay, well, whatever. He's a local collector. He has a YouTube, right? He has a YouTube channel too. But yeah, he threw in 15 today, so I'm at $115. Yeah. This weekend is the Durham Video Game Convention.
Huh.
Well, if you just use the best ones, then. No, NJ Retro. I tried for when buying. I tried to avoid the because I had you highlighted and everything, the games you owned. But I ended up finding, because I found a couple there that I could just get bundled for a pretty good price. So I think I bought 6 off the list. So I still have, yeah. Really good deals. Yeah, I don't think I've overpaid for any game at the convention. I underpaid for everything basically. So I was very happy about that. But there's still about 17 games that you have that I would like to purchase off you. So yeah, I'll send you what it is probably tomorrow if I get around to it. But I'll have more time tomorrow night to send you a list or something like that. So, but well, what do you mean do money?
Or trade?
Or trade. Well, I'll probably just do cash because I don't have much to trade, unless you want
Oh, I
something.
thought he was trying to pimp you out there for a second.
What kind of freaky stuff are you into? Well, I was telling Musty about this. My buddy was telling me there's a True Life episode recently on MTV where a guy gets paid to yell and control like people online or something like that. Like gay dudes pay him to be mean to them or something like that. Like he'll lift up a shirt and be like, "You like that?" And the guy will be like, "Yeah." He's like, "Send me $2,000." And the guy will be like, "Okay," and send you $2,000. So I was wondering if that's what you were into.
Okay, then.
What?
Yeah, and, like apparently some woman was like getting paid to walk a guy down like somewhere around with a leash around his neck downtown or something like that. Like people are in. I forget what that's called. Where you're like that's what gets you off. That your love being.
Masochist. That sounds like a show. That sounds like a show. I don't know if it's the show you're talking about. That narrows it down.
Yeah. That's what I can't believe that's actually a thing. But yeah.
I can.
Well, what's it called though? Like
There's a thing.
my buddy was telling me about this. He goes like the guy's girlfriend is just laughing on the bed as he's doing it to these people online. He's got multiple clients, and that's his job. It's just what's called like he bought a house with people doing paying them to do it. And yeah. Well, you guys want to see what I got? I guess.
Vanity.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pure crap.
I'm gonna unmute
Anybody
my
who-
soundbar here for a second. I'm just gonna turn it down, but it might be loud for 1 second. Just tell me when you can't hear it anymore.
Yeah.
I heard a little bit at the start, but
Yeah. I'm just doing that because I'm gonna take out NES Remix and try that Kirby Epic Yarn, see if it works.
It should.
Yeah, Eric, if you didn't see it, I got a copy of Epic Yarn loose for free because I bought that Wii U.
Oh, that's great.
I was like,
Yeah,
how
that's a
much do
good
you
one.
want to do for this? And they're like, you just bought a console, take it.
Nice. Should have asked him for another one.
Yeah, there wasn't
No, I'm
anything
kidding.
else.
I'm kidding.
I did. They actually had a promotion where it was like you get a free game out of the cabinet of a certain value with the system,
Yeah.
but they didn't have anything I wanted, so they actually gave me a $35 credit that I can use on anything whenever I want.
that's nice that they honor
Wow.
it that way, man.
Yeah,
Rather than forcing you to pick something.
yeah, because all the games they had were like Assassin's Creed 4, Deus Ex: Human Revolution, and something else that I was so uninterested in that I don't even remember what it is. That's all they had at the time, so I'll just keep checking.
That Deus Ex game, I like that one.
Yeah, I know, but it's just I want to play it. I already have it on 360 though.
Yeah. I think the modern console ones are like updated with like all the extras and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Director's Cut edition, but I haven't played either version. I got the original version for free on the Games with Gold, so I'm going to try that first, see if I even care before I get the Director's Cut.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, it looks good. I just don't know if I personally care.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of derailed whatever pickups were going to happen, so carry on.
Oh, do you want to put me in present or? No, that's fine. Doing double work.
I'm gonna have to use the Wiimotes, aren't I?
Probably.
Okay, I'll figure out how to set that up now. I've got them already.
So I'll start off. This is what the greasy deal that me and Eric was working on. So I got Silent Hill 3.
Cool.
Nice.
Yay!
Yay! So try it out. I was trying everything out just to make sure everything worked yesterday. I
Does
still
it
didn't
work?
get to, it works.
I tested it too.
I only tried the disc-based games last night because I was exhausted. So
Yeah, it should. So, did you order the soundtrack yet?
not yet. All the $6 ones were gone, so all they had was like $15 ones, and then this can wait. I'll see it pop up again on eBay, so I'll just I'll wait it out.
Cool.
And I picked up this. I found this the second day. For some reason, I could not find it at all the first day at the convention, except that one place, and they wanted $20 for this. And that's a price I was not willing to pay for this game. But I ended up bundling it maybe with I think Jeremy bought a couple of games, so we bundle it. And I got it down to I think 8.
Oh, cool.
So Evil Dead, Pistol and Boomsticks. I tried it out. It's pretty terrible. It's still in the Xbox, but
I was gonna say
yeah.
you tried it right because there's no disc in there, dude.
No, it's like I said, it's in the Xbox just to
All
make
right.
sure it worked.
It's
not good.
Why you don't like it? I've never played it. But...
Oh, it's the controls are terrible. It's like it's one of those things where it's like the camera it's reversed. Or so it's like if you want to look right with the camera, you have to go left, and down to go up.
I hate that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's awful. But I'll try playing it because I love Evil Dead. And it's got Ash. It's got Bruce Campbell doing the voice of Ash.
Oh,
And
cool.
this was my $10 submission.
Yeah.
It normally still sells at GameStop for about $20, so that's why I was very happy to get this for about $10.
Really?
Where did you get that? Do you remember?
There was I think it was a family. It was in the second, not the row Jason Heine was in, but the second row, the next row over.
Okay.
She was somewhere in the middle, and she had a metal storm in there for like I think in her like expensive case. She had like a metal storm in there for I think like 160 or something like that, something ridiculous. But she had PS3 games and Xbox 360 to the other side, and
All right. It's okay.
some lesser
Yeah,
games.
I was just wondering if you got it from somebody like we knew or something like that.
No,
Okay.
just some rando. But she was nice to me the entire time.
Rando.
Yeah. Well, just like I say it all the time. She'd be like, "Hey, what's up, friend?" I'm like, "Oh, just looking at what you got, see if you had anything good." And then, here's the badge or pass. I forgot about the pass. This was they got us in early access. So that was the early access, not to be confused with the what's it called, the pass
VIP
that
media.
the VIP pass. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the green labeled one.
Yeah, that was the desk doctor gave us.
Yeah. Dr. Ness let us in. He lent us a couple of, I don't know what you call them, the workers, the people who were working there. They had green labeled passes, and so he lent us some on Friday night so we could sneak in and look at the vendor floor a day early. Something like that. Not that we could buy anything, but we could scope it out.
Get to be like big shots. So, yeah, and then the rest was basically just, well, I'll show you the one. This was one of the top NES games on my list. And this is what I got from John Riggs. This is what I was waiting in line and probably got, photobomb for, was Crying Conquest.
Oh, okay.
So me and Musty did a bundle to get that a little bit lower down.
Yeah, that's on my list, but I'm not paying eBay price for it.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of this game.
It's basically a Mega Man clone,
Oh.
but you're a witch.
Oh, that one. Okay. I know of it now.
Wow.
Yeah, but I've seen a bunch of videos lately, so that's how I got on my list too.
The funny thing is, I just saw it right before Musty called me. I was at the table where you bought Buster Douglas, and they had it for 125. So then he called me and goes, "Hey, get over here. Riggs has got it." And I think I got it for 70 from Riggs. So
Nice.
and then so the rest here is basically just N64 games because I was committed to my N64 list, checking off games. So it's gonna be a lot of N64 games here, guys. Just to let you know.
Oh, here, I'll put it on mute then.
So there you go. You can relax. I know. So I got Fighter's Destiny 2. Now, keep in mind, I'm gonna have to clean. I still haven't cleaned these games yet. These are still in my backpack from the trip home. So I got Golden Nugget.
These are all super cheapo titles, or
Most of them are. There's a couple of pricier ones that I got, and one of them because I bundled. There's one guy I really took advantage of because either he was really just trying to unload to get some cash, or I can't remember what. But he gave me some really good bundle deals because I mostly shopped at one guy. I just kept going back to him and kept bundling them. So I got Space Invaders and NASCAR 2000. And NBA Hang Time. And NFL Quarterback Club 2000 1. And Monaco Grand Prix. Needs to be cleaned up some. And this is one of the more pricier ones. Duck Dodgers. It's one of the more pricier ones. You know what one really did was Stunt Racer. That one jumped insanely. That's like $125 everywhere now. Mm-hmm. I've seen it. I used to see for $20. I mean, that's how I got mine. I paid $20 for it. I even didn't know. I was like, man, $20 for this crappy game. So. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't. Worms is one of the harder ones I've seen. Basically, I got it, but man, I never see that one ever pop up at shows. But as we continue on, I got All Star Baseball '99. I got this one. I caught the guy being slippery, because he had interest in the sports titles, but this one of the more pricier sports titles. But I got PGA Europe Tour. We got that for $3. It's like a $30 game. About 30. So check your sports.
You didn't know. He just thought it was a sports title and chucked it in there.
Yep, just thought it was a crappy sports title, and I saw that. I was like, I'll take this one. And I got Paperboy.
Gotta do your research on your sports titles, man, when it comes to these systems.
Mm-hmm. I got Gex. I got NBA Jam 99, starring Keith Van Horn. I got Big Mountain 2000. This one's starting to become harder to see and find, personally. I really don't see this one pop up too much anymore.
Never heard of it, never seen it.
Got Rocket Robot on Wheels.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of this one.
I got NBA Jam 2000, starring Chris Webber. I got Razor Freestyle Scooter. Yeah, the Blockbuster one. I got Deadly Arts. I got Wheel of Fortune.
I actually have that.
I got New Tetris. I got Bottom of the Ninth. I got Miss Pac-Man. Just about 6. Silicon Valley. Space Station, Silicon Valley.
Oh, that's a good one, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I can't recall it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it around.
I got this one from Jason Heine, Rush 2.
Nice.
Racing game. What a surprise.
Yeah, he loved that game. Carmageddon 64. That's one of the more pricier ones too. Ready to Rumble round 2. I got Revolt.
I love that game on the PS1.
What's better on the 64?
Yeah, there it is.
Right.
I got Monopoly. I got FIFA 99. I got Witrix. And Top Gear Overdrive. And that's for the N64 games. And I got one more thing that's over here. Now, I also got this from Jason Heine, too. On the first day or something like that. He cut me a deal on it. I got the N64 Fight Stick. So,
Oh, I've never seen that. That's cool.
yeah. There's a little, let's get a little crack right here. Because it gives you the option. You can put it on this one or this one if you want. It's got a little plastic crack right there. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yeah. Is that that's not an official Nintendo product, is it?
It's made by Arcade Shark or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so, but I'll find some kind of super glue and patch that up. So
Yeah, Nintendo probably figured it wasn't worth the time and effort making a stick for that system.
but yeah, it's for the N64. So like I don't know,
Cool.
like I said, I'm not gonna use it until I patch that the joystick. But other than that, like I said, you can switch to anyone you want. He was telling me it's really good for Killer Instinct Gold. So, but yeah, like I don't know if you can use one for a D-pad and one for the analog stick, but from my understanding, you can use either one, whatever you're more comfortable with. So,
Cool.
so I'll try it out. Maybe I'll do a review for this thing, an overall review, product review. So,
I've never seen it before, so it wouldn't be the worst idea ever.
did you guys ever see that N64 glove by chance? Mm-hmm. And I know this is probably for the memory card, but I wonder if the Rumble pack actually works with this one. That'd be interesting, see if that. But I got little. That's the thing is like I kind of want to do like little reviews maybe for stuff like this, oddball stuff. I have like the N64 fishing pole, for games like what Bass Fishing 2000 or something like that, and Bass 64 and whatnot. No, the Mad Cat one. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I don't think I have never seen that one. I've seen the Mad Cat steering wheel because I remember a guy I used to go to grade school with had that for racing games. But yeah, that's I would like to get the little oddball stuff like that too. I think it'd be interesting. So
Yeah, it's something that like Rez would have on his channel. That joystick, the first one they showed us there.
Yeah.
the
Why
arcade.
is it on there?
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. I've never used that before, but I've seen it a couple times. Mm-hmm. No, I have seen that now. That should point that one out. I'm gonna have to, because I'm getting closer to the end here. After working on a deal with you, I should have about 7 games left to go. So we're gonna have to work that something out. I would like to, but not at this time. Basically, maybe after. Like, don't hold back on. Like, if you can sell it at the convention, eventually, yeah. And I actually would like to get all the multi-colored controllers and consoles too. They had a bunch actually. I kind of like, but like I said, I want to get the games all done first before I start going after accessories and whatnot. So That's the goal right now. And that also, after this game list, I'm moving my priorities back to the NES because I figured instead of just keep going back and forth and splitting it up and taking forever to finish a collection, I just want to get one collection done before moving on to the next one, you know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
All right, you can take me off present now.
No, it's too beautiful, man. Leave them
Oh, thank you. Well, Melissa told me about this. She was asking if Superman Rocket Sauce would come out, basically, because I'm wearing. Not, you know, I was like, no, I don't feel like wearing my contacts. So.
Yeah, I can show a few choice things.
Just gotta move your head. Just move your head. You probably could see that. What's it called? See the BD. You know.
Yeah, let me grab a couple things. Is that? Give me a second.
There it is. You can just point to it. You don't have to take it out. You can just point to it. Anyone who has an opportunity to go to Portland next year should go. I think
I posted that on Twitter, man. Jealous. That's all I wrote.
It was a good time. It really was a good time. You know,
it looks great, man. It looked like you guys are having a good time over at Eric's place too.
I tell you, we watched that Man vs. Snake documentary on Netflix about the arcade game Nibbler or something like that. You know, and this guy who broke like the 1 billion point score, and after it, we found Nibbler at the arcade, and we made that goal of trying to do it. And of course, Dean just absolutely rocks the house after the first day. It was like almost impossible to beat his score. Basically, he seriously on Saturday he cleared the board. Basically, he took everyone's name off the board. Basically, so
yeah, I wish I was good at video games like that guy is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot. We were just laughing because it was great. Because the guy's like, "Can I get some mac and cheese?" You know, like. All right, Eric, you're up.
Oh, you guys are ready? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so first I'll show you what I got from Musty and part of our trade. Is that too close? Jeez.
Tiny bit.
Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Castle Shikigami 2. This is one I've had my eye on for a while, and he got it in a trade, so I grabbed it. Or I asked him to trade it. Yeah, he said he wasn't interested, so we traded some stuff for it. I also got this, which is we started looking for because it's going to be the Cartridge Club Game of the Month for January.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never really heard of this game or had any interest, but the PS3 version's just $5, and I can't remember exactly what I paid for it. I think we bundled it and got it for like $4, but
hey, so when's
not expensive.
When's the club getting back to cartridges?
Yeah,
December. What's December's
Pokemon.
Game? Pokemon.
Ugh.
All right.
Okay, so when do they get back to real cartridge games?
I don't know, because February is Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door.
That's right. Yeah, they should. Except few, but probably not many people have access to it, and maybe one on the Wii Virtual Console or something.
Original Fantasy Star.
They could pick one from that Genesis collection or whatever, because it has a Master System things on it, doesn't it?
So
that's true.
Original Fantasy Star.
Yeah.
Or what was it? Golden Axe
Warrior.
Yeah.
That's the Zelda clone one.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're thinking of? Yeah. So yeah, speaking of Master System, I grabbed Reggie Jackson Baseball, which is not interesting. I already have this game, but it was the Blue Label variant, and there was a guy there who wanted $30 for this complete, and then we saw it on a table for $5 loose, but he had a boxed copy, and so my brother-in-law Eric just asked him if he'd be willing to swap out the cartridges and sell it to us for $5. So I'm bringing this up because it's kind of an interesting variant. If you guys haven't seen Blue Label, it's damaged up here, which a lot of Master System games are. But I'm slowly making my way to getting the Blue Label variants. That's just variant collecting. I don't think it's Brazilian. I'm not sure it's greatest hits. Ooh, this thing still has a hang tab on it. Um, I think it's the re-releases that once Sega got back ownership, and they were this was in the Genesis era, and they were selling the power base converter. They re-released a few Master System games, and I think that's when they did the blue label. Yeah, there was some Sega in the '90s promotions where they just put red stickers on them and they're all red. But for about 8 games or so, they're blue label, and I don't really know what. See, like this one has that sticker, but this isn't the case for this game. So I don't, there is a sticker like this, and some of the games have this on the actual cartridge over here. Yeah. So I'm not really sure what prompted them to do blue. It could be that they're just late releases. It could be that I don't think they're stock from Brazil, but they could be that they sold here. But I know that I have like the Alex Kidd and Shinobi World, which is another late release. I think that only came on blue. So anyway, I don't really know why, but I figure if I can grab them cheap, I'll grab them. No, that's red. I have that game too. That's a red. My version is red label. I can show you if you'd like me to pull it out, but yeah, not my version. No, and yeah. And then the last 2 things I guess I want to show you are I got James Buster Douglas Knockout Boxing for the Genesis, which is incredibly treat.
The sought after version.
No, yeah, this is not the sought after version, but of course you may know already that I bought that because I actually did get the sought after version complete, and this is a very pricey Master System game, and I was probably going to walk away from it, but I happen to know that another collector who attends a lot of conventions. Apparently in the last 3 years since he bought one at PRGE a few years ago with no manual, hasn't found the manual since then. And and it's very hard to find the manual on eBay. So given the condition this was in and that I could actually inspect it without taking a chance on eBay, I went ahead and pulled the trigger. So this is a huge step toward me completing my Master System collection. I only have 1 more game left.
Wow.
Thank you.
Did you? Because I was right by you for a minute. How I wanted, when you were walking by that booth or something like that the guys had it. How long after? How long did it take you to decide to buy it, Racer, from that booth? Because I wasn't there by you guys very long. I think I just went by to say, hey, there's a Buster Douglas here.
Was that you who told me about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
went to look at it.
I went to go look at it. I had the guy show it to me. I looked at it. I talked about it for a little bit. I walked away. What I was planning to do was I had a Sega Saturn game, which I thought was Shining Force 3, but I forgot it wasn't. It's Shining the Holy Ark. I had it loose, and I was hoping to trade that there and maybe knock the price down a bit. I think that game is worth about $50 loose, but nobody would take a loose copy of it. I asked a number of tables if they were interested in trade for a loose Saturn game, and nobody, even a game like that, which is a Working Designs game, I'm not sure if it's working design. Anyway, I think it's a desirable game. So when they said they wouldn't take the trade, I walked away. And then I had, I think I had Melissa's brother who does my negotiating for me because he's much more ballsy than I am.
And ruthless.
I had him go back and try to negotiate it. And he said he wouldn't have it. The vendor wouldn't have it. He wouldn't go for it at all. He said, I'm trying to be subtle about this. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to get out there too much. But he said that this other person had offered him, he had 500 on it, and the other person had offered him 450, and he turned that down. And so ultimately, I maybe could have waited. He basically said this other person offered him 450, and he wasn't willing to sell it for that because he wasn't willing to give it up. It's from his personal collection. He wasn't willing to give it up for less than 5. For that low, for even as low as 450, which is only a 10% discount. And so I'm sorry to make this such a long story. It probably took me another 20 minutes after hearing that to decide, you know what, this guy already has this other person who was asking about it for 450 already has this game. He was looking for the manual. And since I know who it is, he's a very popular YouTuber. Since I know that he probably goes to a number of conventions, he's still looking for a manual after 3 years. So
do you want to mention the name? Do you want to mention the name, or do you not want to mention the name?
I kind of don't, but I mean,
I think I know. I think you told me, but I don't want to say it if you don't want to say it. So.
You know what? I know it may sound funny, but maybe if you want, you can DM me or something. I'll tell you who it is. But he in 3 years he hasn't.
Somebody's gonna watch this.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm being so secretive. I don't
stick it to him. We're gonna say, oh. Yeah.
No.
No.
I guess I'll just tell you. I mean, after being so secretive, it's stupid. But it was Pat, the Nest Punk, and I happen to know that Pat bought the other one 3 years ago at PRGE. That was no manual, and so when he offered $450 for this one, I'm thinking after 3 years he hasn't found the manual and he's still interested in it. So. And I know the manual is hard to come by because I go to the eBay auctions and very few of them have the manual. And the one that does have the manual, which may be up there right now, is $500. So after about 20 minutes and realizing, hey, you know what? If Pat still needs this for the manual, I'm going for complete. And the other thing, guys, is that I sold some stuff, so my budget was a little higher this time. And anyway, after about 20 minutes, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna have Eric go back, and they negotiated it slightly. I got it for $480, so it was a token discount. But
so everyone, make sure to link the video of Eric buying Buster Douglas to Pat and say,
right, like he's gonna come after me or something.
I think so, yeah.
No.
Oh.
Oh wow.
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 That's something. Great. Yeah. Well, yeah. 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 Well, I am under the impression that it is nothing more than a UPC sticker put on a PAL import, and it is my intention. Now, I can go and confirm through this Master System website. I know that we can actually check the checksum and verify that there's no difference between the ROMs. I don't think there is, but it is not my intention to buy the UPC symbol. I am perfectly content to say I have the US version of that game. If I have a complete collection if I just have the PAL. Some people, yeah. I went. I was talking to a vendor at PRGE who has a store near me about Master System stuff, and he was saying that they made a big deal about getting some Master System stuff. And I asked him, "Well, do you have Sonic?" And he said, "Yeah, we got that in." And so I said, "Okay, fine. I'll be at your store tomorrow." So yesterday I went over there with every intention of getting Sonic complete and completing my collection. And I got there and they had 3 copies, and only one of them had the manual, and the manual had been like run through a gravy. Somebody. I mean, it was just. When you spill grease on something, the paper turns translucent. I mean, it was unbelievably bad. So I had to walk away without getting it because the copies were not in good shape. But I did get Sonic 2.
Were the PAL versions though, or Sonic, or what?
They're only they were PAL because that's all there is. I mean, I guess I could have looked and see if they had accidentally gotten one with the UPC symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I should have done that, but the chances of that are very slim.
Do they still have it if you went back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have. I was going to get up and show you guys that. Yeah.
Oof.
So here's a Spider-Man that's a PAL. I don't know if you can see that. It's got all the foreign text on the back, and then there's just a sticker, which you probably can't tell, is on the outside. That's just a US UPC. And there's a couple games like this. This is Spider-Man, and they have Strider and Sonic 1, and there might be one other. So I am perfectly content saying I have a complete US collection if I get the PAL version. Maybe someday I'll bother getting the sticker, but it seems it's extreme to spend $500 on a game. It seems really extreme to spend almost that much on a sticker. So I'm going to call it good. And if anybody wants to split hairs with me,
well, if I find a sticker,
I won't
Sonic,
call
I'll
you
let
on
know.
it.
So yeah, if you ever see a Master System Sonic laying around, check the back for a sticker on it and give me a call.
All right, I'll give you a couple bucks. I'll let you know. Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hello.
Glad you could
What's up,
join us.
Jeremy? Did you get that
I gotta
video?
stay for a minute though.
Did you get that
I
video
just
up?
want to come in and say hi to everyone.
Yeah. Is your video posted?
It's been such a long time. No, I'm having issues.
Oh man, we're waiting for it.
I know. It'll be up. I did a scheduled thing at 8 o'clock tomorrow, so it won't be up until then.
AM or PM?
AM.
Okay.
It keeps failing at 94%, so I tried it again, and I'm just gonna let it sit all night and see what happens. Hopefully it works.
Okay.
I've never had this issue before, but it's
Is that
kind of
uploading to
a-
YouTube? It gets like 95% and then stops.
Yeah.
That sucks. I hate that.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta clean your cache out. I think, man, this might be part of the problem.
Okay.
I don't know if you're using Chrome to do it, but just get like what's that one called? Some kind of cleaner. Click and clean. Clean out your
You
cache.
say go to your settings and go under history and then click clear cache. That's all you should really have to do.
Yeah, I got
like
an
that one
app
so you can do it all at once.
I got an app that'll do all that too.
That might be part of your problem. Close down your browser, log out of YouTube,
Yeah.
go
I
back
should.
in and see if that fixes it, because I had that problem and I'm pretty sure that's what I did.
I should have done that before I tried to re-upload again.
Oh,
The only
okay.
really annoying part, other than having to now delay it a day, is that I have to keep putting my tags or whatever in.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
I've got everything else saved,
You
but
can't copy and paste that. Yeah.
yeah. So, oh well, it is what it is. But while I was waiting, I actually made another video. I made the top 5 games you never played video
Oh, okay. Cool.
that was going around a couple months ago.
Cool.
Yeah, finally got around to it.
Did you end up buying Arkham Asylum at that booth at all, or no?
Wait for the video to find out.
Oh,
Oh, great.
Yes. Yeah, I got that.
cool.
No point in watching the video now.
Yeah.
Strike that. I can strike that one off the list.
Uh,
Already know
And,
about the rarest
the-
game in that video.
What's that?
I already know about the rarest game in that video.
The Dragon Age 2 Signature Edition, it was supposed to have a code for the DLC, and that's not in there. So that was a bummer, but it actually plays unlike my old Dragon Age 2 disc, so that's a plus.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah. And it was the cost of a disc only Dragon Age 2 on eBay and Amazon, so whatever. Oh.
Eric, did you see it? I was gonna say, Eric, did you see that Mars is talking like he's gonna come down to Portland next year?
Yeah, I think that may be, but I think Cartridge Bros Player One's wedding is going to be the same weekend.
Next year?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if anybody's planning on going, I'm worried because I know Dean's going. I'm not worried, but I know Dean Round 2 Gaming is going to the wedding. But he also said he wants to come out to PRGE next year. I think they're going to be the same weekend.
Well, tell them to do it the weekend before, and then come to Portland for their honeymoon.
Yeah, that's what we did with Melissa's brother. But he's not going for it. They're on he went home yesterday, and now they're on their honeymoon today.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah,
nice long break. He's got a nice long break probably from work.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be great. I'd love to have some more of the cartridge clovers come out to PRGE, and I'd like to get out to Toronto or out east.
Yeah, man, that'd be wicked. Love to meet you in person.
Yeah.
I mapped the drive from here to Milwaukee for the Midwest Classic Gaming. 30 hours.
That's 30 hours?
Yeah.
Well, you can make a couple stops, you know.
Yeah. 30 hours Google Maps time.
Yeah. That's slow. That's slow.
Yeah.
You could probably make it in 25.
Yeah. I figure it's about a 3-day trip.
Mm-hmm.
What about Game On Expo, Jeremy? That thing in Arizona from Gamester.
Oh yeah, when is that?
It's in August.
August. That's kind of tough because it's our wedding anniversary and my wife's birthday around the same time frame.
Bring her along.
I would, but
always your wife, isn't it?
No. She would totally come. She's gonna come to Midwest Classic Gaming and Barrie Game Exchange if we end up going to Toronto, but Phoenix or wherever that's held at. No offense to anyone from Arizona, but it's not on her list of places to go to or anything.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't normally be for me.
No offense taken.
Especially for something like a wedding anniversary or birthday. But I might be able to come out myself, depending on when the dates fall and everything.
Yeah.
Would be
cool.
fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah. But I think that Midwest Gaming Classic, I think I can talk her into that because we were talking about doing a road trip around that time.
It's about 6 months away. So
yeah.
You got some time.
I got some time to plan. Oh, our food's here.
Oh.
All right.
All right, dude.
Adieu.
Jeremy.
See you later.
See you.
That was a good time.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
One sucks and one doesn't. Anyway, actually, you were talking about like dubious label variations, like with the sticker. I've got a Sonic 2, I believe it is, that I think. What's that kind of round icon on the box art? What is that supposed to say? Yeah, I think it's something like that. But mine has a little, basically the same size round sticker on top of the plastic that says "Made in Canada." I would assume that's just like a store put that on there. It's like this is the only thing that's on top of it. But I have no idea what the deal with this thing is. You want me to grab it and show it to you?
Sure.
Because I have no idea what the deal is with this thing. I don't want to take it off because it might be a rare random thingamajig. But I'll be right back.
Sure.
Actually, it's right over there, so it'll take 2 seconds.
no kidding.
Hmm?
Because they realize someone's going to want it nice and pristine someday, and then they want to piss you off in
So that's
advance.
it. I have no idea if this is an official thing or not.
That's weird, because I can guarantee it wasn't
Actually,
made in Canada.
No, yeah, I know. But maybe this copy was made in Canada? Who
Maybe someone
knows?
just left the made a Canada
Actually,
sticker on it.
I'll just take this out. It's actually it's not on top of the plastic. The sticker is put on the inside insert, but it's just a sticker.
Weird.
Hmm. Yeah. 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 Hey, it's the regular car.
But then all of those would have that sticker on them.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the only time I've ever seen it. And Google is no help, trust me.
Yeah, okay.
I
If
just leave it
anyone
on there,
hears
man, at school.
anything about that, let me know, because I have not a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Galoob thing? Oh, no, or the box ones. Yeah, it's that my action set has the Mattel tag on it. I wonder if that other one I have, the control deck, has it. Let me check that out. The control. Oh,
Yeah, Majora's Mask. As- Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. And some of those were just bundles. Not Majora's Mask, though. I think my friend found like a kiosk version of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts or something stupid like that. Or a Banjo-Kazooie game. I don't know what it was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that control deck doesn't have the Mattel tag on it, but it does have French on it. So it was obviously, the box was obviously designed or made for Canada, because I'm pretty sure the US ones don't have any French on them. Hey, you gotta have it, man. It's gotta be bilingual. Yeah.
Is there anywhere I should like post a picture of that just to get answers? Yeah. Is anyone on there already and they can just post a picture of it for me? Because I have no other reason for going on that site, so I don't really want to make an account on there.
No, I don't have one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious. It's not really anything major, but it's like, who knows what the hell the deal with that is. Man, there are like no demos on the Wii U at all.
Like demo discs?
No, just demos to download.
Oh,
I've got the Star Fox test flight thing downloading, and the only other one I found that I actually care about trying is the Sonic Lost World demo. Oh jeez.
Now they do. Now they do. Isn't it like $15 there too, or something like that?
How much do they sell like the big box set for? Yeah. Okay. Because I went into a store last week and they had it in the clearance bin, and for some reason I had it in my head that when I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, this is $15," because I barely looked at it. I'm like, "But I don't have a Wii U, so I'm gonna wait on that." And then I go back this week because now I have a Wii U, and then I'm like, I see it and it has no sticker on it. So like, what was the price on it before? Like $15. And I was like, really? I'm like, that's what I remember. I could be wrong. And it was $51. So it was like weird dyslexia in my head about it. I'm like, oh, never mind. Not getting that then. Yes.
of course.
No.
It was kind of less satisfying for me because of how similar it is to the comic. And it was, yeah, even like
But they were thinking that it wasn't going to be
minimum
the same as the comic.
minimum spoilers is that the other guy that he kills, I didn't know that was going to happen because I didn't know it was going to be two people. But then I kind of like, well, who are they going to kill? And it was going back and forth. I'm like, probably him. And then I did the other guy who was killed in the comic too. Like, if they do the guy that was killed in the comic, it's kind of disappointing because they specifically killed him off in the comic because the TV version was so appealing of that character to Robert Kirkman that he was afraid that he was going to start writing the comic version of that character that way, and he didn't want that to happen, so he killed him off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So now he's dead in the show.
Wow.
It was really brutal, and it was really well done.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of the one long scene, though. Yeah, same here.
It's like pushing like Wednesday here. If you haven't seen it yet, you're not going to see it, or it's not high on your list of things to do. What's the problem?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had to buy the season pass, which was a lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, you can watch it for free on the website like the next day. But if it's been like a week and the next episode's out, you can't watch it without logging in from your service provider. I'm not surprised.
Using it to rip it to put it on the web.
Well, they would be doing that anyway. There's nothing you can do to stop that.
No, of course not. But it was like too easy to do it that way, or who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. You'd have to like make DVRs illegal though to stop those downloads.
Yeah.
And that's just step one.
Yeah, that wouldn't stop something, man. They just do something else.
Yeah,
To get
exactly. This is what I mean. That's just step one.
When it comes to thievery, man, that's what thieves think about. That's my philosophy on it. Regular folk don't think about it. Thieves are always thinking of ways of ripping you off. That's why thieves are always winning out, because all they're thinking about is ripping people off. Everybody else is just living their daily life. Hey, man, I'm with you.
Mhm.
I got the Goo Gone action rocking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with it. I wouldn't even go near an N64 cart with it.
No. That would be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually was talking to this random woman in a thrift store that was a volunteer there, and somehow Gugon came up, and she's like, "Oh, he's lit on everything here." I'm like,
No,
"Do you wash it off after?" No, should we? He's like, "It's a solvent." Yeah. So they just wipe it off with a cloth.
I think my hands are pretty much perma Goo Gone. I could probably touch anything, it'll just fall apart from all the crap I've cleaned with it.
Your power is Gugon.
Yeah. What's your superpower?
Gugon, man.
I spontaneously generate Goo Gone.
That would be a good power to have for that.
My
For this
pores.
hobby. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I'd be like Spider-Man's worst enemy.
Yeah. Actually, you're not wrong.
In this case, I wish the person had just left the sticker on because they ripped it off and it left just part of it. And then part of it is like crusty now with glue, and it's all got this like black grossness to it.
Yeah.
And it's not coming off the way a sticker would come off.
This is not like a great solution compared to Gugon, but if like there's just kind of bit of residue that you don't want to get the Gugon out for,
Yeah.
This is on plastic on a label. This method would not work whatsoever. But just take some Scotch tape, stick it down, and pull it up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll have to do it a couple times, but it'll just take the adhesive off because it'll just one adhesive will attach to the other, and you'll just take them both off.
Yeah, my wife showed me that trick back in the day of getting stickers off of things doing that. And you just use the sticker to pull its own self off.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Really effective for me, though.
Yeah.
So who's here getting a Switch?
I probably will. And wait a little bit and see how it actually pans out, but
Yeah, I'll
probably
I'll wait and find one at a thrift shop.
Yeah. Hey, pawn shop Wii U.
Day one must buy for me.
Really?
I'm gonna wait for the Switch Mini.
Even if it has literally no video games out for it, you'll buy it day one.
Probably. But Zelda will be there, so that's number one reason. So.
Yeah. I just want to see what's confirmed for the launch lineup. I want to see kind of what the pricing is going to be.
Well, the main reason is
stuff.
that version is going to have the best version of Zelda. So it's like,
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting that. So,
Technically, we don't know that, but more than likely it will have the best version.
I'm more than likely going to buy both versions too. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you don't know if that's necessarily going to be better, because something could be wrong with the Wii U version. You don't know. Not Wii U, Switch.
I imagine the loading times are going to be significantly better on it.
Yeah.
Like non-existent.
I heard someone talk, and I kind of agree with it. Like, what happens if Nintendo had their Switch, and they also released at the same time at launch, untouchable one. Like it's just the Pro controller and the box that hooks up to your TV. You know, I'm saying like they give you the choice of like, and it's made cheaper because you can't, do both. You can only do one thing, and it's gonna be, at lock. Let's say, like, so you can't take it anywhere.
You mean where it doesn't have the
can't-
screen?
Yeah, you can't do the detach this. Everything is just locked in the box.
They would have to sell two completely different SKUs of the console because the brains of the system are in the handheld.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying what happens if it's just like that where it's locked and it ain't gonna go. It's like a straight lock one, not the handheld.
Actually, the Switch is basically, what if we didn't screw up the Wii U?
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. They rush to try to beat the competition out there as opposed to putting a little bit more time into it,
Yeah, basically.
Well, they took too long to get the Wii U out. I mean, they should have ended the Wii's life cycle 2 years earlier than the Wii U coming out.
Oh, sorry. I'm so glad it's called the Switch now because I just realized what it would have been called if it was a continuation of the Wii name, and I'm so glad they didn't go with Wii Go.
Mm.
I wish I like the name NX personally a little bit better. I like
I like Switch because it makes marketing sense.
I know, but you could also say what's next
nonsense thing. Wii is just Nintendo nonsense. Switch is like, okay, you know exactly what that is. I like the idea of them. I like the idea of them, but I probably would not use them that much personally.
Well, you can use the Pro controller with the tablet by itself too. You don't need to hook it up to TV.
Yeah, you can kickstand it. Yeah.
Well, you can play it like that, and it locks in.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, speaking of which, just throw away thought. The gamepad is much lighter than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I picked it up and I'm like, really? Okay, I'm good with this. Mine's plugged in right now. Yeah.
Did you buy the replacement battery for it?
No.
I did.
What are you talking about replacement battery?
It bumps it from a 3-hour one to an 8-hour tablet. So
okay, considering the charging cable has its own outlet plug, I would be down for this.
Yeah.
I had to unplug 2 consoles to plug the Wii U in.
Well, what I do is I just hold the one that you use for the tablet. I have that by where I sit down, plugged in by where I sit down. So that way, what's going on? I can just continue playing. I just take the cord, plug it in, and I can keep playing.
Here's the thing, though. I have my couch in the direct middle of my room, which means the controller cable is not long enough to reach any outlet.
Get an extension cord.
I have it plugged into a power bar. All my other stuff's plugged into. I just mean, like, other than plugging it into the main setup that's a power bar behind my TV stand, I have no, like, reachable thing. I can use an extension cord, but that's kind of annoying.
Nothing behind you there?
I have stuff behind me, but I do have 2 outlets behind me, but it's not enough length, I don't think.
Get a surge
protector. It would also
protector.
be really weird to, like, whip the cable, like, from behind me into the thing. It's probably just not long enough. I could try it.
Get a long surge protector.
Yeah.
Get them 6-foot cords, and then you should be gravy.
Yeah. I've literally just started to dabble with this thing, I'll figure something out.
I enjoy the Wii U. I really enjoyed it a lot. Did you get Bayonetta's one? I really recommend for that console.
Yeah, I didn't see it today, so I didn't get it.
I love that game.
I've got 3D World, Tropical Freeze, and Wind Waker HD coming from Amazon soon.
You know, people shit over 3D World, and I actually really like Super Mario 3D World. I thought it was good
like
times.
Digital? This is digital,
I'm
right?
going to be getting that one in a trade soon.
Where? Okay. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I haven't gotten to EB games here yet. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so it's on a disc, though. Okay. I still don't see freaking Ori and the Blind Forest for Xbox One. That ticks me off so much.
It's by me.
Yeah. Actually... Yeah. Actually, I had a thought, because you have that Transformers game.
Game.
That I'm going to be getting off you at some point. Would you be able to pick up a copy of Ori and the Blind Forest, and I'll buy that off you as well? Yeah.
I see it all the time at Best Buy. Go to Best Buy. Go to Best Buy. Yeah, the definitive edition. Go to Best Buy. They have it there.
It has a soundtrack and something else. I think it has a download key for the original game or something. The original version. Yeah, like if you see it. Grab one for yourself, definitely. But, yeah. Oh, never mind. Get the PC version, then. Get the PC version, then. It's definitely a really good Metroidvania game. It's really good. I don't think that would take that much power. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. It's not like the best Metroidvania, obviously, but it's one of the few ones I've 100%ed, or at least attempted to. The other ones being Symphony of the Night and Shadow Complex, and I got like 70-something% in Super Metroid, if you count that as a Metroidvania. I know, I mean, like, if you count that in the same thing, because it's like one element without the other.
Now you just sound like NES Complex. I know.
Yeah.
He just made that good point though, where he's like, what's it called? What do you say? Like, hates the term Metroidvania. It's just a Metroid game. You should just be.
Just be glad it's not Castleroid.
Yeah, that would be disgusting.
Or Castroid. Castlevania or Metroid? The exploration and collecting aspect. Yeah. Probably just, well, because Castlevania hadn't been that way prior, and then it takes up the Metroid style, so someone looks at it as like, oh, it's like Castlevania but with Metroid, and they say Metroidvania. A Metroid-like? Because Metroidvania was clever to some people, and it stuck. What simpler term would you use to describe that kind of game that was not Metroid-like or Metroidvania? Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Metroidvania.
Maybe an action RPG, maybe?
No.
No, but you
elements.
could say it's got RPG elements, though.
Yeah, it does. Have elements.
Yeah.
Elements does not an RPG make. That you could call Red Dead Redemption an RPG at that point.
People call Zelda at that point an RPG.
It's closer to an RPG than Red Dead Redemption is. Or at least probably. I haven't played the game. Yeah.
Eric, did you test out any of your purchases besides Buster Douglas?
I don't think so. No, just Buster Douglas. I need to clean them, and I was going to test them. I'm tempted to clean and test a few of them tonight, but not sure I'll get to it.
Yeah, I just been peeling off the price tags off mine. That's all I'm doing. I'm gonna do a clean down tomorrow, I think, on these games. I wanna try them out, make sure they're all working.
Yeah,
I'm really jazzed though. When I was in Portland when I landed, Yoshi commented to me that he finally got word from the guy who's making the HDMI boards for the N64. He got another shipment in, so Yoshi, we should be getting them soon or something like that. So
cool.
Because they were delayed because the guy said there was a glitch wrong with them or something, but apparently everything's good to go now. So
Nice.
yeah, I can't wait for this to come in.
It'll put like a HDMI port on an N64.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It goes right below the AV output on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I've seen it, like I said, I've seen it at the Midwest Gaming Classic last year. They had one on display right next to the retro AVS.
So you'll be able to use your regular AV if you needed to, and you can also use that.
Mm-hmm. You can record it if you want, like, so if you want to record an HDMI and then just play on a CRT with component or RGB, component or S-video or composite, you can do that too if you want.
Cool.
Oh, it is, but if you're a spaz like me, you need it. So, like I said, after I saw it in action, I was like, "This is something I gotta have," because I was really taken back. I know the My Life in Gaming guys; they do a video about it, but until you see it in action in front of you, it's like it's something different. It's like there is a big jump. There is a big jump in how it looks. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, that's a choice. There's three options you have there. Basically, you can make it more pixelated, or you can make it more polygony, or you can make it more like sharp angles, or you can make it more pixelated. It's your choice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I saw it's up to your choice because they said like how some games look better under this mode and some games look better under this mode, and how it's got like really good built-in scanlines if you want to use the scanline filter and everything. From what I saw a couple games, one of them being Dr. Mario, and the image was pretty damn clear on a HD TV. It was like, I don't know, like I said, it was running like I think 1080p or something on it, and like, it's still you're still gonna have your polygony things. It's not gonna completely change the game, but compared to seeing, if you ever plug an N64 into an HDMI TV, you kind of know what I'm talking about, how blurry it kind of is, and there's a delay and lag.
If you do S-video, I was going to ask, that's like some games look worse because you can see the pixelization because they used the limitations to make the game look a certain way it does. But if you take away that certain layer of mud essentially,
Mhm.
that you can see the tricks they used.
I'm like,
That's kind of like how dithering is on the N64 when you plug it in S video or higher. You notice that difference. Yeah. Yeah, at least they're basically emulating. They're trying to emulate analog, and it doesn't work all that well. It's like how you'll get. Yeah, I think that's kind of the same reasoning you get. Like, even if you put in the Ultimate Genesis collection, you get input lag on Sonic, which is a super big problem. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 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 It's actually kind of funny. I'm out of HDMI ports on my TV now with the Wii U, and I was out of console space already because I've got the PS4, Xbox One, PS3. I don't know why I slipped up on that. Either way, PS3, Wii on the top shelf, and then I've got the PS2, original Xbox, and a 360 on the bottom shelf, and that takes up the entire space. I've got the Wii U on top of the left, like, matte side of the Xbox One right now. It fits. The
I
thing
agree.
with me is
I
if a
did the same
game's
thing.
like intended to be widescreen, it bugs me not being able to do that. Yeah, it's like yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Some put progressive though. Actually, majority do.
I
A
got like
majority on the Wii do.
one of those little dongles that plugs in the back of the Wii to make it HDMI out.
Yeah, actually, speaking of
And
Wii
those-
HDMI,
Those
is there
actually
really
work pretty
much
good.
of a is there much of a leap playing a Wii game on the Wii U versus just playing it on the Wii with component cables?
From my understanding, it's slightly better.
Okay,
So-
I would imagine so, just because the up in resolution quality, like it's not like higher resolution, but like just the signal quality through the HDMI cable. I just played Epic Yarn, but that's the only thing I've tried.
Mhm.
It looked
I
pretty
mean,
damn good. It's a clearer image. Yeah, carries a cleaner signal. I'm just curious. Yeah, like the TV reads it as 1080p, but it's just simulating 480p through that. Yeah, which is why all my consoles that have S video capability are using that. I literally bought a S video Genesis Model 1 from Yoshi because I just could not play it after I switched to S video. On other systems, I could not stand how bad the Genesis looked. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like I was playing and I noticed the input lag on Ultimate Genesis Collection, and this is after I had switched the Super Nintendo over to S video and noticed that leap. And I noticed the input lag on Genesis Collection, and I'm like, ugh, this is terrible. So I plug in my Genesis, and I hadn't played it since. And I plug it in, and I look at it, I'm like, well, that's not happening either.
I just remembered I had one more pickup, so
Okay.
because I got this before I left, but I found this at Goodwill. I found Chibi Robo Ziplash
Oh, nice.
for 3DS for $5, brand new, sealed. Sealed. So I got 2 copies. I bought one because I might give one to my nephew if my friend doesn't want it because he's got a 2DS and he just likes games. I don't know if it's any good. I'm gonna still have to yet to try it, but he said I got 2
I
$5.
Great things about it, but
Yeah, I see middle of the road reviews. Some people really like it. Some people think it's crap. So I don't know. It was $5, sealed, brand new.
Mm.
You know,
Good deal.
Yeah, I figured, for $5, if it's bad, it was only $5. Actually, it was below that because of the discounts or something I get with it. So
My God, the demo selection on this console is terrible. Oh, I could try Pokken Tournament.
there you go. That's actually a lot of fun. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Pikmin 3.
Yeah.
Well, and the plastic's like that kind of plastic that over time will just completely like turn into rock hard and fall apart. Yeah.
I wish they had a Splatoon demo on here. Or Mario Kart 8. I just want to try those before I have to spend $60 on them because they never drop.
Aren't they? Isn't Mario Party or Mario Kart 8 part of the collection?
Huh?
I thought it's one of those whatever like $20 games now.
No.
Oh, you mean the re-releases?
Selects.
Yeah.
In the Nintendo Selects, it's not. No. Mario Kart 8.
Yes, they did.
At least
For N64, they did.
choice.
Oh. Yeah, but when they $50, I remember that.
Some stores probably dropped it because of that. How did I
All
not
the
see demos?
all the greatest hits
I've
were
not seen much more.
$40.
Like, there's not a ton of great demos, but there's a couple games I want to try on here. Like Wonderful 101.
That was a great game.
Mm.
A lot of good things with that game.
I don't really see the purpose of trying Zombie U on here now.
Yeah.
But I'm just rambling because I'm looking at these demos.
I thought somebody said the Wii U was the way to do because it was like your back. It was like your backpack, or you had to bend over. And, like it was like
What?
part of the game. Like it was built into the Wii
Oh,
U.
yeah.
It actually made it a better experience on the Wii U.
No, thanks.
I don't know. I've never played it, so why is it no good?
No, I don't know. I was just saying, like, just based off, like, having to bend over to get your backpack and do that. I was like, no, thank you.
No,
I'm good.
it's like you're looking down at the gamepad.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta actually get out like a hatchet
Yeah.
and start running around or something.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but like, there is a graphically superior version on the other consoles now, and they sell it for like $5 digitally. So if I'm gonna play
Yeah.
it, I'll play it that way. But this is coming from somebody who literally bought Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, even though I had it on the GameCube, just because it was widescreen and 480p, and substantially cheaper. But I already had the GameCube version. I'm just gonna sell the GameCube version. I tried that game with the classic controller. I bought a classic controller for it. It is awful with the classic controller.
Really?
I don't know why. It's just it plays so much worse to me. Not like compared to the motion control, but like compared to playing it on GameCube, it just feels substantially harder to control. I might just suck. That could very well be the reason. But it was like I am doing substantially worse at this game than I was in either other control method.
Crazy.
Just to let you guys know, the Cubs lost today, so everyone can celebrate. You're allowed to.
No.
You're allowed to cheer for the Indians. I was gonna put a little picture of Joe Boo from Major League in my corner logo today. I should probably do that.
Not give a shit.
I should do that for my Twitter logo. Put Joe Boo.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Wow. No, not really.
Oh, how long have we been going? How long have we been going? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out because I'm still making the switch over from travel time. So
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Making the switch.
I'm making the switch. So I'll be back next week. I'll probably be on a little bit longer next week. So
Nice.
Yeah.
All right,
I think
guys.
I'm going to hang off.
Yeah.
Hang up too. Good night, guys.
Hey, good night,
Going
guys.
from the hangout to a hang up.
Thanks for doing this, NJ Retro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for doing that.
Excellent. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
I wasn't mentioning how long we've been going to get people to leave. I just thought it was probably getting late for people, and we were kind of all doing our own thing at this point.
Well, no, I just finished cleaning, so now my attention's not diverted.
Oh,
And there's
perfect
Musty.
timing. Musty's here.
Hello? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, they know what's coming. They know what all this is. Of course he did.
Yeah. Yeah. Cubs lost. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Well, good for him.
Mhm.
Where did that piece go? Oh, there it is. It's hooked up to my phone.
Looking for another set of foot pedals for your SEAL battalion?
I already have two
Is that what
sets.
you got? Oh, I was making a joke because you always have SEAL battalion stuff.
No, I'm looking for foot pedals for Steel Battalion.
Yeah, I still have that search on my eBay, and it hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, I check every once in a while, and I never see it.
Mm.
What?
I think that's one of the
Musty.
ones that Musty was playing, wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, Musty's ears just perked up.
Let's see. Oh, no, yeah, it's not good. It is not good.
A segue no one ever used. Speaking of flight simulators, that's a new one.
Okay, we're gonna do this a little differently today because, oh, that's bright. Because there's too much for me to just do this sitting.
You're gonna have to wait for NJ Retro to present you.
Fair enough.
Not here. That hard. The heck?
Wow.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Keep letting people think it's difficult so you can get deals. Angry Video
AVGN
Gamer.
made a video on it, and he was like, like trying to land the plane.
Ass. It's
Which-
ass.
People don't
Yeah.
realize that half of the things he's doing is for comedy. Like the games still suck usually, but he's like playing it up.
Yeah.
Okay, are we doing this?
Yeah, now
Okay.
that side topic's done.
I don't know that they probably showed you the badges, so
No.
did they not?
No,
Yeah, we saw one earlier.
These are
We're
the
excited.
placards.
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah, it's there's an expansion on it. I got the program, and it's got this claymation kind of thing going on.
That's cool.
But it looks like issue 1 of Nintendo Power a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice little detail.
Trying to debate what order to do this in. So night 1 was Thursday. We went over to Mighty Q Dogs. Went over to the Q Dogs, and he had some things for me. So these are all Xbox demo discs.
Mm.
Starting with issue 2
Awesome.
through 30. I think
Nice.
there's just a couple missing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Then again, I like demo discs. It's a weird obsession I have.
yeah, I was looking through them, and like there's some really interesting ones, like full like year previews, that kind of stuff. So yeah, nice dent put in what because I didn't have any of the demos with any of the magazines that I have, so got those. We made a trade. I'm sure he showed it to you. For Clue.
He showed his half of stuff. He didn't say anything you got though.
Okay. This was one of it.
Or are you shooting the best one first?
No, that's not the best one first.
Hence the sarcasm.
Where'd that go? He had the box and manual, or the insert and manual for Dead Space, and which I had gotten that loose copy, so now I have that. And then there's another game. Yeah, we'll do those. This copy of Sylphid for the Sega CD. Yes. Yeah. Looks like a Star Fox. Kind of. Yeah, I was reading on it and was saying it was like regarded as one of the better Sega CD games that's out there. So, okay. On the top, yeah. So let me go through the rest of the Sega CD stuff, because my big focus, I don't even know it was focus, it just the way things worked out. Sega CD was a big thing for me. NES was a big thing for me. And there was some 360 and things like that. But I got some staples for Sega CD. They are in various stages of needing cleaning, but we've got NHL 94. The definitive edition. Let's do these in order. Yes, it is supposed to. It's supposed to have like actual CD quality organ music. Echo.
Is that the same, like, just kind of an enhanced version of the regular version, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So the definitive version. I see a theme here.
Echo Tides of Time. And these are all complete. These are all yes. NBA Jam. I think the same story there.
Yeah, seriously.
That is not true.
Did you realize this when you were doing this?
I'm not even keeping the Genesis.
No,
I'm just going to keep the
these,
Sega CD.
These were all on my list for ones that I wanted. So I did get this. Now this is different than the Genesis version.
Gonna say
this is more. Huh?
I was gonna say.
It is a point. It's almost like Myst,
Mm.
if you want to think of it that way, like a point and click type. Yeah. Then I got. Oh, you guys are gonna be happy. FMV stuff. This is Microcosm. It's
Never heard
like
of it.
if you remember the movie Fantastic Voyage or Inner Space, it's kind of like that.
I remember Inner Space.
Yeah, you have to go in to pilot this micro submersible to like save the president of your company from like some brain manipulation droid threatening his life.
Wait, it's just the president of a company, not the president.
Of
This
your
is what's
of your
exciting
company.
now.
And then I got Ground Zero Texas. It's another digital pictures game. And then kind of the one that I don't know if I'm most excited about, but I will play this at some point, and hopefully it doesn't get us copyright striked. Power Factory featuring CNC Music Factory.
Nice.
Yeah. I was looking for the Criss Cross and Marky Mark and InXS ones too, but I couldn't find those. That's right. So you mentioned Genesis collection. So I'm not getting rid of my Genesis collection because I did just add this.
Wow.
Cartridge Club game.
Cartridge Club Game of the Month. Oh, come here.
Game of a month. Not this
Game
one.
of- And
I need
it's-
a case of manual for that one.
Like it is in pretty good shape. All in all, pretty happy there. I don't know if they told you about how things were going there, but like pricing, I didn't find it to be like there were some deals to be had. I found a table. In fact, some of those Sega CD games came from a table that were 3 for $15, and the 3 games I picked up were all $15 or greater priced games individually. So I felt like that was a deal. And I kind of had the same thing happen for some 360 games. Because I have one marked at 14, one at 35, and then one at 10, and I got them for $15 total. So Lord of the Rings Conquest, which is
Shocking.
Battlefield Middle Earth,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
No, it's a base, like there's 5 control points, and
Yeah,
you
like-
can spawn from those
Like
control
Battlefront,
points.
like Star Wars
Like-
Battlefront, like the PS2 ones, but with Lord of the Rings.
And so then you have your different classes or your,
Yeah.
halflings and that kind of stuff. Then I got Infinite Undiscovery.
Very nice.
Yes.
But only to me and a few others for some reason.
And then this is, I was shocked that this was in the 3 for $15 bin. It's the Forza 4 Collector's Edition, which came with this like pristine steel case and an art book that looks like it hasn't been opened like ever until now. But yeah.
Ruined it.
Yep, it's done now. Just dropped it down $20.
Hey, I got it for 5, so I consider that a win.
But an unintentional
So that-
reference to a point and click no one's ever played but me.
Yes. So then I picked up this,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
but not before I had already picked up this.
They're different
So-
games, so.
Are they really? Okay.
Well, it's a DS game versus a 360 game. Of course, they're different.
Well, I mean, visually they're different. I didn't know if they just still
Yeah.
do the same story, but
Yeah, it's
I'm
probably the same
thinking-
story, but like different gameplay.
I was thinking about floating this to the club in case there was somebody who was having a hard time finding this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all ended up grabbing it. Sticker. We all ended up grabbing it, but I had picked this up on Saturday evening, and then or like at the end of Saturday, And then I found this like first thing on Sunday, so I was like, well, I want its version, and I bundled it with something else that I had already shown at this point. So I got the price to come down a bit, but if I can make back what I paid on this one and ship it to somebody, I can deal with that. End of the day on Sunday, like there was a mad scramble for deals. I was kind of tapped out, and I had accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, which I'll get to in a moment. But I picked up a couple Xbox games. I got Outrun 2, not 2006, just Outrun 2. I've heard this one is still good. It's just not the one that everyone is clamoring about. And I got Superman, Man of Steel. And again, this was on somebody's hidden gems list for being actually decent. A decent Superman game. It might have been him. It might have been Metal Jesus.
I don't think it would be Metal Jesus, but
It was somebody.
Is there any good Superman games other than Death of Superman on Super Nintendo? That was the only good one I've ever seen.
Oh, sweet irony.
Awesome.
Yep. So yeah.
Made by Blizzard, apparently.
Off my SNES list. Is it Blizzard?
Yeah. Yeah.
It says Sunsoft.
It depends on the port, I guess, because it's also on Genesis.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this one says Sunsoft.
You can check. It's a good one, though. It's not like the best beat 'em up, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was one of the few. I only got 2 Super Nintendo games, and that was within reason as far as pricing goes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. I got plenty to show. Although the other Super Nintendo game I got was this.
Oh.
Out of This World. This is the only copy I saw the whole time, so I'm glad I snagged it. I think that, from what I was looking for, I think that completes my cinematic platformers, because I have Blackthorn and I have Flashback. So, but yeah, so the other Xbox game I got, and I did get the price down on this, is
Fun.
MVC2. Yeah, this was high on the Xbox list, and so at the end I had taken care of everything else, and I was like, let's go see if I can find this, and I did, and I got an okay price for it too. Games were not the only thing that were picked up, though.
Hookers.
As you've seen, my wife said only if they were dressed as Princess Peach. I did get Pat's book.
Yeah. Don't want to hear you got together with a birdo again. That's the exact reaction I was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. Signed by Pat, which was nice. But yeah, that book is. You were right. This book is ridiculous.
Oh Lord.
See, if we learned anything from GTA, right? Oh, there's that Dead Space manual, and I found it. It was on top of something else.
God,
There's that. He also gave me the Aladdin manual, so now my Aladdin's complete. Good.
I'm sorry. I thought of like the worst thing. I thought of the worst thing, like the stupid joke in my head, where I said when you said GTA, I said GTA, the only situation where a hooker comes back with a money back guarantee. It's so terrible. I had to say it.
The other book I picked
myself.
up another book that Eric showed off, but I got The Art of Atari. But, yeah. It's on Amazon right now for just about the same price as what it was going for at the convention. So if you're interested, take a look. Art of Atari. It's a beautiful book, and like the inside's got Like it's all full color and like concept art and the different labels and box. Yeah,
That's
it's pretty
wicked.
sweet. Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things that they did while we were waiting in line for the convention was they handed out Atari cartridges and said that 3 of these, that of the entire bin they were handing out, are modded. If you get a modded one, bring it to us, and you've won something. So it ended up that a couple people didn't want their copies of Atari 2600 games, so they gave them to me. So I got Moon Patrol,
That's a good game.
Phoenix, which I played the arcade one of this, and it's like a Galaga Space Invaders clone. But it plays interestingly. You actually have a shield, so they get too close, you can just activate your shield, and it makes you invulnerable. And then I got Raiders of the Lost Ark. And oh yeah, NES stuff. You guys want to see NES stuff, right?
Nah.
Nah. Well, there is no more Sega stuff. I picked up one Genesis. Sure. Okay. So let's talk about. I'm going to do these somewhat chronologically. So to start, I came in with my list of my top 100. I needed 12. So I started working on some of the reasonable ones left on that list. First table I went to was John Riggs's table, and he actually had the copy of Cryon Conquest that Rocket Sauce picked up. So he and I bundled that. We bundled it for this copy of Kicks.
Cool.
We got a few bucks off of that. Label is nice and displayable that way. So I'll need to get that stuck back down, but Kicks is off the list. That was one of those less expensive ones left on that top 100 list.
It's
So.
nice and shiny aside from that being popped up, though.
Yeah, it is. It is in pretty good shape.
And what's the
There,
top of
it's
it look
a
like? Where it's
little
popping?
worn here too, but
Minimal
oh, yeah.
damage.
I was testing it. I was testing them last night before I actually go and like pop them open and stuff. Don't worry, I used it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Good stuff. Then let's see. We'll do it this way. This eluded me in Milwaukee, but I got a copy of Power Blade.
Nice.
Reasonable price again. So this one, came in a clamshell, which is nice, and it is Lolo 3, and
The manual.
yeah. So yeah, another again. Those top 100. So I have 2 more toward that list. Both of which I put a decent amount, basically all of the trade that I had brought that I didn't utilize with Eric, I used for these. So the prices on these, I did not actually spend that, but I did complete my Mega Man collection.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yep. And again, like, I
shiny.
don't know how well. Yeah, very, very shiny. So extremely happy there.
He's nice.
He's nice, but this one takes the cake. This was the one that if I saw a good enough copy, price wise, and I could buy down the price a little bit with my trade, I was going to do it, and so I did it.
Nice.
Yeah. It was tagged at that, which is well above what I wanted to pay. I paid. Yeah, I ended up getting $80 in trade credit on what I gave to the guy and got this. So that's kind of the big get on the top 100 list front. So once I had done that, I had realized I was at, so that's 5 games. That puts me at 93. of the top 100, so I hit that goal. I mentioned that in Eric's video. But the other thing I had written on my list was that I wanted to go back and get everything that I recall playing or renting or owning as a kid on the NES. And so that was a list of about 16 games. Looking at those. First of which was not one of those, but Riggs gives away his open cart surgery games if you ask him for it, and so I got Go-Go 13. So I went back and found the episode where he was cleaning this and what he did with it and all of that. So
it looks like he did a good job cleaning it.
Well, the outside needs some cleaning, but
No,
he
I'm
got
joking.
he got it working. That's the one thing. Oh yeah. Just dirty games in general, or
Yeah.
Open card surgery.
yeah. I mean, he was the second table I went to. I went to Pat's table to get the book, and then I went straight to John's table, which is where I ended up getting kicks, which was kind of a nice way to kind of kick things off and not have to. My first purchase wasn't
I see what you did
$100.
there.
Yeah, I kicked it off.
Kicked it into overdrive.
That's right. I did, that first purchase didn't have to be $100 one to make me all of a sudden feel comfortable. It was a nice little easier way in type of thing. Okay, so games from my
Kickstarter.
There we go.
It got started.
Tecmo NBA basketball.
That's when you rented as a kid?
That's when I owned that as a kid. I played a lot of Tecmo NBA basketball. Super Spike V Ball and World Cup. And a lot of these are commons, and I know that. So this may be not as impressive, but it gets more interesting, I promise. POW. This is probably the biggest throwaway one, but Al Unser Jr.'s Turbo Racing. Are you sure? I saw about 17 copies. Hold on. Yeah, I was going to consult a certain NES guidebook. Yeah. Well, there's so many
Uncommon game.
No. Oh, I lost. Okay. Three Stooges. Back to the Future. Adventures of Dino Ricky. Jaws. Milan's Secret Castle. Oop, Tengen Game. Tubin. Arch Rivals.
Oh, the clicky card edition.
It works. Mission Impossible.
It's probably just a
It's just
post.
a tab.
Yeah, post
The
that
oldest
fell off.
puzzles in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Qbert. This is one of my favorites, and not enough people talk about it, but Zexis. If you're not familiar with it, you should look it up. It's
Okay.
pretty awesome. So
Noted.
then, oh yeah, I did get this nice,
Ooh.
very, very well. There's a case around it, but it's in super good condition within the case. But yeah, so I have complete Zelda 2. And then I found myself struggling a little bit. There was one game on the list that I had, and this was my contribution to the $10 challenge. So you guys may have already seen the picture of it, but so Dean saw this game in the bin. I'm going to go through it again real quick. Dean saw this in the bin. There was no price tag on it. And he was like, oh, grab that $5 price tag off of that game. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. That's way too obvious. So I asked him I offered 10, and he said he would take it. And 10 is usually what the loose cart goes for, but this is Capcom Gold Medal Challenge 92, which is the Barcelona Olympics. I used to play this like crazy.
I never heard of it.
It's interesting because, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because you play different events, but then every once in a while you do a marathon segment. So you set like how fast you're going to pace yourself on this section of the marathon, and then you come back to it 3 or 4 events down the road, which is really kind of interesting. But yeah, so complete copy. It's all there, even down to, I think there was an offer for a Capcom fanny pack in there. And I don't collect box stuff, but you know, desperate times. I set a goal to do it, and it was the only way that I could do it. That was the only copy that I saw. I think somebody else said they saw one other copy, which is kind of the same situation for this this game. Only I saw a copy early. I should have pounced on it, but by the time I come back to find it, it was gone. And so the only option I had left was this complete copy of Tiny Toons Cartoon Workshop. Yeah, so it's almost like you do stop animation, and then it actually encourages you to hook it up to your VCR and record your own cartoons. You can put like text bubbles and things like that on there, and you can pick your backdrop, and yeah.
I remember stuff like that on the Commodore 64. There was like a Garfield game that was basically like that kind of idea.
Imagine if you got a copyright strike playing that game on YouTube.
Right.
From Tiny Toons.
From making your own cartoon in a game that encouraged you to do it.
Oh.
That would be, I feel like that'd be easy to fight. So I had found all those, which left me with 2 games on the list, and I was tweeting about this, that I was 2 games away, and so the last hour and a half I was struggling trying to find these 2 games, and I don't know why. One of them, I don't know why I couldn't find any, because honestly, that game's not super rare at all. You know, like neither of these are rare. There's just one of them, this one, that is slightly more uncommon, I guess, and that's McKids. So I have a loose copy of McKids, and then I was like, this last one, I was like, how? Like I can't find it. I can't find it. I could not. I was looking through everyone's loose bin. I'm like, what is going on? And I found a table, and it was sitting under the glass. Like, you know how they'll have the glass bin for the high dollar stuff. The high, you know. So this was there. And this has a sticker on it for $15. I asked if they would take 5, and she said, would you do 8? So I said, okay. So my last game on that list, I got for half the asking price, which was nice. It's complete, even though I don't need it to be. So I now own every game that I remember owning, playing, or renting as a kid.
Nice.
Which is crazy. It was a crazy feeling, and which leads me to one final thing, because it was just fitting to do this. But I ended up. You guys know who Chris Kohler is? Have you heard that name?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, I don't. He's a bigger time collector. I can't really think of what he's. Anyways, he had this item marked initially at a certain price, and when on Saturday, and then on Sunday he had taken $50 off of it. So I couldn't pass it up, and luckily it fit in my luggage so I could get it back here. But it is the
the non-Mattel version.
It is the same set that I had when I was a kid. So now I have reacquired not only all the games that I owned, but the same, like everything's there except for the bags. That's the only thing that's missing. The bags on the controllers and the console, but manuals, all the paperwork is all there. I need to clean it a little bit. It's got some, looks like dried cola or something.
Get some goo.
Yeah, so I'll just need to give it a little surface dusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was nuts.
That's awesome though.
Yeah, it's looking
Yeah.
good.
That you got everything.
Yeah, it's weird because then at this point, when I finish that top 100 list, it's like I don't know what I'm gonna do NES wise. There's really not a need for me to do like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel on that. Then I can actually just buy because somebody suggests it, and it's worth giving a shot. But
Crap! Now I'm gonna have to buy games because I want it.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's not the nostalgia play is off the table then,
Yeah.
which is kind of nice.
No nostalgia required.
Yes, but yeah. So finished my Mega Man NES collection, Metal Storm. Knocked out my goal for 2016 on my NES. My number one Genesis game that I was looking for, and another Cartridge Code Game of the Month. One of my top Xbox games. Yeah, it was a super productive trip. So.
Wow.
And 2 huge, heavy books. Yeah. It was. Did they go through the whole spiel with you on how the time went and what the show was like? And
No, not really.
No.
yeah, it was a good time. I'm planning on going back. My wife asked if she were to come out to Portland because she'd just spend all weekend day tripping. I said, fine by me. Like, whatever you want to do. It means that I can go to the convention again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a win, and that's a win in my book. Is just being able to go again, because if you guys can make it happen, I would highly recommend it. And I didn't even take in the panels. You can stop presenting me. We can just have a conversation now. But I didn't do any panels, and I got kind of hung up in the purchasing, especially when I had kind of reset my goal. My goal for Sunday was kind of important to me, and so it kind of took precedent over going to Norm's panel or going to some of the other guys. And I saw the lines for AVGN, and I still met him, shook his hand, got a picture with him, met Kinsey, obviously talked to John Riggs for a bit, had a chance to talk to Metal Jesus, but the way that I met Kinsey was kind of funny because they were at a table at this little drink stand in the middle of the well, it was a bar, but they had like a little some tables out in the lobby area, and so they were sitting there. It was Metal Jesus and his wife, and then Kinsey and her boyfriend or husband. And I didn't want to be, they were away enough from the convention. I didn't want to be the guy who just walks up and starts talking to them. But, so I ended up looking on Twitter, and Kinsey had tweeted a picture of her, drinking a beer, oh, nice mid-con break type comment. And so I was with Melissa and her brother, and we took a picture of us drinking the beer, maybe no more than 25 feet away from them. And so I replied to her with that. And then she then replied and said, "We see you." And it was a picture of her and her boyfriend after Metal Jesus had left. And I used that as the invite to say, okay, she's okay with us, So I made eye contact, and she's, I just walked over and we talked for maybe 10 minutes. It was kind of cool.
It's a very internet way to meet.
It was, but if she didn't want people to come up and, it was a subtle way for me to be like, hey, I'm in the same space as you, and we're doing the same thing. But if you don't reply to this, then I totally get it, and I'll leave you alone. But but no, it was cool. Riggs is awesome. just chatting with him was fun. I may enlist his services for those 2 very, very expensive games off my top 100 list, and I may just go repro, but at least repro from a source that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because I could go AliExpress, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather spend double what those would cost through there and support somebody who's, doing a good thing and doing it on the up and up,
Yeah.
It's not like I would ever turn around and try and sell those games. So I would probably have him make me like a custom label. Like it doesn't even have to be give me Samson with some kind of mustified label, or something like that. Or just make it totally clear that it's not legit. So I told him I'd probably be reaching out to him at some point to look into doing that.
Just have it titled Musty Samson and have your face photoshopped on the character.
Musty Samson.
I like
Sounds disgusting. For some reason.
Well, I don't want to have him hack it. I just want to have
just the label. Just the label.
Just the label.
Just swap out little Samson with you.
Well, because he's like just his face on little Samson.
Right? Some kind of thing going on like that, right? I'll have him take the picture off my title card. It'll work.
But that's just my thought on that.
Yeah. No, I think that's kind of what I had in mind, was just something that is clear that it's a repro.
Yeah, it's just a personalized thing.
Yeah, I think that would be more fun than getting a purple cartridge that has a shoddily done repro label on it.
Yeah, here's exactly how it looks like in real life, but I know it's not legit, so what the hell did I do?
Yeah, so it was a really good time. And then of course Saturday night was the Cubs game, and so I kind of got to do that. None of the other guys were baseball fans, or Rocket despises my team, so I was sort of chilling at that same little bar. But the guy was closing down, and he's like, I'll leave the TV on for you, so you can watch it. So I basically sat there and watched the game, stone cold sober. So I got to watch that. Yeah, so it was a weekend. It was a weekend that I'm not going to forget for a long time. Like, it was a lot of fun on a number of different levels. So, but yeah, if you can find a way to go. Highly recommend.
I could have gone easily, but I just wasn't really up for it. I still spent too much money despite not going, though.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Really? Well, like the Milwaukee one is huge. Like, I think in attendance wise, it puts Portland's attendance to shame, and that's more because it's centrally located. But because that, I honestly think, was somewhere in like the 8 to 10,000. And I don't know if Portland, like last year, Portland was 4,000 is what they were saying. And this year, I would assume maybe you expect like 50% growth on that. So maybe at 6. I don't know. It didn't really feel overly crowded. At least not to me. I felt. That wouldn't surprise me. Those are. That's East Coast, and right, it's East Coast. That's pretty densely populated area. You got everyone from New York, everyone from, the entire state of Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and the DC area is close enough. Portland, though, your nearest major cities are Seattle, San Fran and Boise, like it's really, if you're not local, you really have to want to go. But 170 tables, like it was packed, table wise. But they weren't all games. Like some of them had. There was one guy who does like laser etching on glassware, and there was another one who does. I have a picture of it, but they do wooden pixel art. There were two different types of this. One does the cutouts, and then paints them and then shellacks over those, so they have this really glossy kind of textured look to them. And there's another one that actually cuts pieces into like 1x1 squares and assembles it within like a corkboard frame. So they had like the 2.5 out of 3 Zelda hearts in a nice little frame that you could put up on a wall, or all of the like iconic pixel art pieces like Mario and stuff like that. But yeah, that was cool. But yeah. What else are you guys talking about tonight?
We're just sitting here staring at you.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I do need to call it though. My parents are here, and then my dad's actually going to sleep down in this room. So I told him I wanted to hop on to at least share with you guys and then I'll work on getting the actual video out to people. But everyone else's videos are coming so quickly. I'm like, I need to strike while the iron's hot, otherwise I'm going to miss on people looking for pickup videos from Portland. And I feel like I have a decent. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, but I feel like I have a decent kind of story.
Yeah,
about this stuff. Decent enough, at least.
Well, you kept my interest. I was going to ditch out of here like half an hour ago. So.
Yeah, sorry. It's really what time is it now? Oh,
9:30 here.
I should call. Yeah, I should get going so he can get to sleep and so I can get back to Central Time because I'm still kind of living on the Pacific.
It
So
still
a few
feels like
days.
9:30 to you there.
I mean, it feels early enough. I stayed up way too late. Yeah, I think the first night we actually got some. No, we didn't get back to the hotel till midnight, so it would have been 2:00 for me, and we were up at 7. So I kind of, no, I'm sorry. We were out the door at 7. We were up at like 4:40 or 5:40 or something like that on Friday morning. So it was kind of crazy, but no, it was great to see everybody, and they've all echoed that. And if you haven't watched the Q Dogs videos, go watch them because.
I just saw the house party one. I didn't see the rest of it yet.
Yeah, you should watch the rest. I didn't.
I was planning on it during that time.
I participated in the Nibbler Challenge a little bit. So there's that documentary that just recently came out called Man vs. Snake, which is about a guy who actually lives about an hour and a half away from me and is in my Facebook collector group. I didn't realize it. So I may try and get him to join. Like, I may try and name drop Cartridge Club to, get him to at least talk to us a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a good documentary, but they had the they had the cabinet that he was playing. Not that he specifically was, but the game he was playing, and Dean got pretty good.
Apparently destroyed everyone else on the board.
Score at every single score is ridiculous. But the guy from the movie said that if you can actually get the top of the high scoreboard, you're on your way. That's I guess a good indicator of you being good at that game. But then it just becomes an endurance thing, which is what they did. Which you'll have to watch the movie, but yeah. That.
Anyway, quick question: you have a Wii U?
Me?
Yeah.
I do. Yes.
Okay. So I just picked one up. So
Aha.
you can add me on there if you want, or I can add you.
Either or.
Yeah. What's your name on there?
It's Musty Habit.
Okay. Easy enough,
Not-
just like
not
me. I
cryptic.
use the nick same time.
That's actually part of the reason I had to. I dialed
Change it,
back
yeah.
From my.
Now that
Xbox
I
names
say it, I
because-
remember the story. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want my. They didn't want
Yeah.
my nuts in there.
No nuts on that one.
Yeah. Thanks, Nintendo. Yeah. But yeah, I'll. I don't turn it on that often, but I will.
Yeah.
It chirps at me more when it wants me to play it, but
Yeah.
I will keep an eye out for, or I'll get to it soon so that
Yeah.
you can see how not often I'm on there. Yeah, I didn't hear it either. So there were sections I'm just sitting there listening, and there's just silence, and then all of a sudden you guys would respond to something. I'm like, okay. But it should be coming. It should be the same source. It should be all like all paths should lead to whatever we're talking about in the Hangout should be feeding into YouTube, and that's what's
Yeah.
odd. Right. Hmm.
Well, folks, before I pass out here, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't want to pull a Yoshi here and sleep in front of you. So, all right, I'll talk to you
that
guys
sounds
later.
That's
Okay.
it.
No, because I was listening to it on my phone.
I do.
Does that work?
Let me see.
I just went into the live Hangouts, like the Google Hangouts control room, and I just adjusted my audio and bumped it up. It was on mute, essentially.
Yeah, it works.
That's
You
all
have
it
double
was.
audio now.
That's funny.
Yeah, muting that now.
Yeah, it's the control room where I can adjust everybody's audio to what you sound like. So
Yeah.
you can still hear me in here, but in there I had my volume set to nothing.
That'll do it.
Wow, that's so weird. But you could still hear me perfectly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh?
Just not through the feed.
Now I know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hmm.
Now with all that, I should get.
Yeah,
I should
Yeah.
get going too.
I got to get to
I
sleep.
assume you're gonna get to sleep soon too.
Later, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. We'll see ya.